and drinking it black.
This idiot
Comes
behind
in
me,
three varieties.
he's on my ass. You gotta see that you got 1, 2, and then I'm the third, but he's still just on my ass. Like I'm the problem here. And there is no problem here because we're going the speed limit. So, just get behind them, sit back, relax, enjoy that ride. Because you ain't passing for the next probably 10 minutes. He'd be the kind of idiot that wants to pass and then he's turning up here. I'll even give you an opportunity to pass. How about that? I'll even slow up a bit. I'll give you an opportunity to pass. How about that? You'd be the kind of idiot that would pass on the bridge. Some old fuck too. It's like, dude, you've been around long enough to know. Look at this guy. He doesn't know what's coming up the road. This is not the guy that was behind me, by the way. Jesus. He has no idea. No idea what's coming. Passing on the double line. But he's got his red Honda logo on there. That gives him an extra 10 horsepower. That'll help you pass. Jesus, that wasn't even the guy that was behind me. The guy that's behind me is in a minivan. Man, if people are going the speed limit, you just sit back, relax, you say, hey, thank you. This guy, this guy's getting a car wash. Fuck him. There you go. Back off, old timer. Just shaking his head. Love it. But really, what's your next move? Your first move was to pass after you hadn't even come out of the curve and to pass on a double line. So what's your next move here? You gonna pass on the hills? You live in this area, so you know that you can't pass here. But you're still sticking your nose out, even though you know another hill is coming up. And the double line is telling you that. And the truck in front of you is throwing so much crap up. You know? I want this minivan to go. That's why I'm giving him just a little bit of room. But really, the bit of room that I've been giving him is 2 seconds. Right? So go back to your driver's ed days in training. You're supposed to leave 2 seconds of space when it comes to highway speeds, which is what we're doing. We're doing 80 kilometers an hour. And the best way to judge that is the distance between 2 light posts or 2 hydro poles. And that's exactly what we're doing. But this old fuck behind me, he just keeps sticking his nose out into traffic. Here he goes again. And again, these people live here. They live here and they absolutely know where they're going. They know what's coming up ahead. But all they're doing is they're staring at your license plate and they see like a fraction of a spot to get in there and they're like, oh, I gotta go now. I gotta go now. Oh, I gotta go now. I gotta go now. Like, dude, like that was not one of the unsafest moves that I've ever seen, but it was pretty close. Because somebody could have come ripping up that hill, even if they came up doing 80 kilometers an hour. This white car in front of me had no place to go. And if I didn't let off the throttle, they wouldn't have gotten in. And he's just getting sandblasted right now. He got nothing. The guy behind, he's got nothing, but he's trying to, I don't know where he thinks he's going to go. He's going to slot in front of me, I guess, like this idiot did. This is comical. I love having a dash cam for this very reason. Just, yeah. And the whole point of this channel, that guy was driving in the ditch on the other side. The whole point of this channel is not to shame people. It's to educate. He passed and he got back in just before that hill. And if somebody was coming up over that hill again, he you'd be fucked. This guy in the minivan, he's still just sitting there. Still sitting there with his nose out. I'm going to show you this. Really wish I had that rear dash cam working. He's been sitting there the whole time. I don't want to get any closer than this. But this is what I'm looking at. This is what he's been doing the entire fucking time. And we've got a 60 kilometer hour drop coming up here. Correction, 70 kilometers an hour first. And then 60. So I don't know what he thinks he's going to do. But the truck in front of me is already on his brakes. He is leaning out again. And that's what I mean. Like, all you got to do is open up your eyes. If for some chance you hadn't been out this way ever in your life. But he is literally driving in the middle of the road right now. I bet you this guy up here is going to turn. So, I hope you like going the speed limit, because I don't speed through small towns. I don't speed out of town. Well, that guy did turn. Like I said, I'm no prophet. I just look at things, right, and analyze things. Jesus. All you gotta do is open your eyes. I'll be wrong one of these days, but it's not today. It's not any day that ends in Y.
Just go to CozyEarth.com. Enter code 100. That's code 100. Save 30% at CozyEarth.com. Hey guys, don't beat that dad without life insurance. With thanks to Legos, you can beat that great dad with life insurance.
That grimace shake isn't bad.
This family living exactly like they do now. Secure and protected. In the event of the unexpected.
Back him off a little bit.
This is a better way to get life insurance with a totally fast and easy online experience.
Well, don't keep coming up on my bumper like that. That's what you're gonna get. All you gotta do is open your eyes again, buddy, and see that, hey, look, here's another small town coming up and a sign that says it's dropping to 60.
Online ease, a simple application, and policies starting as low as $10 a month. There's just no more excuses for being the dad without life
All you gotta
insurance.
do is open up your
Think
eyes.
about what your family would do if something were to happen to you. So don't put it off. The if in life can happen anytime. Be
Oh,
prepared.
he's gonna pass?
E for easy, E for ethos. Get your free quote today at applyethos.com. That's applyethos.com.
I don't speed through small towns. I don't speed through out of towns.
Being in debt is like sinking in
You have a
quicksand.
problem with that? Go ahead and pass.
You feel helpless, and the harder you struggle,
Demonstrate to the viewers how dumb you are. Yep, thank you.
done with debt is your life.
So it's 60 through here.
New strategy with one goal in mind.
So he's been riding me for nearly 10 minutes now, and he finally got the opportunity to pass. And the only reason he could pass is because he decided to speed through a small town. And the van didn't sound like it was in the best shape. I'd be thanking my lucky stars that I've got some vehicle that I can get point A to point B, put food on my table, put a roof over my head, feed my kids, all that kind of stuff. But not these people. Again, they get up, they stare right at your bumper, and when you see a fraction of light in there, they're like, oh, gotta pass now, oh, gotta pass now. But meanwhile, in the grand scheme of things, what are you saving? We've demonstrated you save no more than about 20 seconds, and we're talking about 60 kilometer hour drives, right? There's hundreds of videos on my channel about that, about how it saves you no time to drive like an idiot. And that was 2 examples of driving like an idiot. And where are you? Well, you're still within eyesight of me, and you'd be lucky if you're about a second ahead of me right now, maybe 2. You can pass that truck, go for it. There he is, hanging with his nose out in the traffic. I'd just be like, hey, thank you, Mr. Transport Truck, for going the speed limit. Sit behind him and let him do all the blocking for you. doing all the heavy lifting for you. You don't have to do a thing.
Details at diamondsdirect.com.
Jeremy Renner returns to Paramount Plus for a brand new season of the award-winning series, Mayor of Kingstown. My job is to create a balance for our war. From executive producer Taylor Sheridan and co-creator of Yellowstone,
There's so many players in town. Maybe brother Mike.
and Antoine Fuqua, director of Training Day. I was always was in Mike Webb. This is next level. The Mayor is back in business. Are you warning me? You're on it right now. Mayor of Kingstown. New season now streaming exclusively on Paramount Plus.
Howard Stern. Oh, good for you.
Jesus. I thought he was going to run right in front of me. There's that white car, and there's the van. So you want to count to that intersection right there. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000, 6, 1,000, 7, 1,000, 8, 1,000, 9, 1,000, 10, 1,000, 11, 1,000, 12, 1,000, 13, 1,000, 14 seconds. Congratulations. You pulled just absolutely idiotic moves, and you're stuck behind the next set of traffic, and you saved yourself a whole 14 seconds on what is, if they're going towards London, a 45 to an hour drive. 45 minutes to an hour. You saved yourself 14 seconds. How many times on this channel do I have to say that? That's 12 minutes that we've been driving just in this video to save 14 seconds. 14 seconds. And you had to speed through a small town. You had to pass on double lines. You had to pass on blind hills. You had to cut yourself back into traffic because you pulled a stupid move. And I could have been a dick. Sorry, I could have just driven and there wouldn't have been enough room for you to get in. I could have been a dick and I could have moved up and there really wouldn't have been room for you. But instead I backed off and I let you in so that you didn't swerve into me because you pulled a stupid move. So 14 seconds on 12 minutes. Congratulations. Was it worth it? I'm just going the speed limit. Right? I don't have to put wear and tear on my vehicle. I don't have to worry about getting tickets. I'm just sitting back and chilling, recording you and getting monetized off of it. So thank you. Without you, I wouldn't have a channel. And nothing would make me happier than getting rid of that channel. Because then that would mean that everybody on the road is doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing. But unfortunately, that's not the case. And I see it every time I go out driving. It's just ridiculous. And that's why this channel exists, is to educate people, is to make people know about the stuff that's happening out there, educate them to make better drivers. That's it. That's it. It's not the shame, nothing. You pull stupid moves, that's on you, right? I'm not gonna not put it up because you pulled a stupid move and yeah, you're just stupid. Like, you know what I mean? But I'm not gonna call you something that you're not. You know what I mean? If you pull a stupid move, like passing through a small town, you're an idiot. You know? You pulled a stupid move. Sorry, I'm trying to drive because I'm trying to pay attention. That's what we're supposed to do.
Me, Elizabeth Hasselback. Oh, shit, did I say that out loud?
You said that out loud.
Oh, my God.
She doesn't
so
like that.
horny, I'd fuck Melania if she can handle banging someone with smaller tits than Donald. Oh, my vagina
Whoa.
needs a raincoat.
Wow.
Yeah.
Rosie, obviously, very happy about Donald Trump. And
Sorry, I can't
using,
calm down.
she's using a belt sander for those of you just tuning in. This is live, so, you know, I don't know what's going to happen. Anyway, Rosie, I want to have a normal conversation with you, so I'm
Yes.
going to slow you down a bit. I hate to play this clip for you, but this is going to I'm going to play a clip of Donald Trump just to bring you down.
Country's in serious trouble. We owe $36 trillion. We were energy independent for the first time ever. And now we're begging Venezuela
I'm
for
trying to
oil. One
sound like a
statistic after the
dehumidifier.
other.
Please stop playing drunk.
Venezuela was crime-ridden. Caracas, the cities, crime-ridden.
The cucumber.
2 years.
All right. Now you're dry, right? I dried you
Now I'm
out.
dry. Dry as a bone, nothing happening. All I want to hear
All
is
right.
the verdict and the guilty. Bring it on!
You want me to get you off again?
Rev me up again, baby.
All
I
right,
need
here
to
we
hear that
go.
word. Give me the
All
G
right,
word.
this is from CNN, Jake Tapper. Here you go.
Here come the verdicts. We have the verdicts.
Verdict,
Count
yes.
1 is guilty. That is a felony charge.
Yeah.
Count 2, also guilty. Falsifying business
Well, there's a bunch of hills coming up. I'm wondering if they're gonna do a bunch of passing or not. Oh no, they can't because there's too much traffic in front of them. Oh, God, I love when karma actually comes through. Really, karma coming through would be that they'd get tickets and they would never do it again. That's ultimate karma, but I'll take this because we're able to record and show how much time is actually elapsed and how much time is actually saved, and with any luck we'll have made up a little bit of time by going the speed limit. Me and this guy in front of us in the transport truck are not exceeding the speed limit, and I didn't, catch up to him by going above the speed limit. You know what I mean? We are going the speed limit. That's it. That's all you got to do. It's not hard.
I'm so happy about the verdict. I'm paying my clitoris to the gavel.
All right, well, there you have it.
Yep, I can see both of them. I saw them just underneath the transport truck here. Put a gap
This
there.
is why you're the greatest guest. You're so open with your sexuality.
I love it. Thank you.
I love it.
She's amazing and surprising. I didn't know that she was such good friends with Michael Cohen. She's one of his best friends.
Yep.
Well,
I
listen,
just
Minivan's still in front of this guy.
I got going on. Howard, I just can't.
Yeah,
I love
he
it.
might have gotten washed away. Nobody's seen him.
Oh, this is great. I don't know how many times I can demonstrate this and prove this, that if you're gonna pass, you gotta be smart about it. You gotta open your eyes, you gotta think, and you gotta analyze the data that's in front of you. And I'm just gonna, no, we're not gonna poke out because we got traffic coming. There's nobody behind us. We're gonna just poke out. So, we're 18 minutes in, and that time that was 14 seconds has elapsed to nothing. Let's wave at him. See you, buddy. See ya. So that Civic, or whatever it was, Accord, it went from 14-second lead on me to absolutely nothing. Huh, say it again. And I'll also point out that if they were coming from where they were coming from, down 23, and they hung a left, they are now backtracking on themselves. There is no other way of looking at it. They are now backtracking on themselves. So they've now driven out of their way to drive back over here. There's no other way of looking at it. Look at the map. So we're now 19 minutes in. And where are we? Oh, look at that. So you gained absolutely nothing. Huh! Say it again. I'm just curious what he thinks he's gonna do now. He's riding that guy in front of him, I tell you that. There's about a car length, maybe less, in front of him. Like I said, like that, I wouldn't say the minivan's in bad shape, but it's not in good shape. Especially from the sound it was making when it went past us. I would not be driving it like I stole it. I wouldn't be babying it, but I mean, again, You're dependent on that to put food on your table, roof over your head. You're driving it like an idiot. I don't think you can afford the $300 speeding ticket and then the demerit points that it adds to your license, and therefore the increase in insurance costs. In fact, I'd go out on a limb and I'd bet my vehicle that that you couldn't afford it. But here we are. You went through all that effort, sticking your nose out behind me, trying to pass numerous times and failing, then passing in a small town. And here we are. We're in the same exact spot. And all I had to do was obey the rules of the road and drive the speed limit. That's it. It'll be interesting to see what he does here, because we're going the speed limit again. I know he doesn't like doing that. We're actually just a hair under the speed limit, so it should be interesting. But now you got a prime opportunity to pass. Let's see if he goes. You can count out the minutes between traffic. The only time he started to look to pass is when it's already too late. I don't know if it's some kind of like intimidation thing or something, but all you got was a couple of car washes out of me. Yeah, your minivan's a little bit bigger than my vehicle, but when I step out in these 13s, 6'3", 240 pounds, yeah, I don't need to say much. I don't know if he's not being super aggressive. I'm actually kind of confused. Maybe because this is a different highway and he's concerned, but there is a small town coming up. Maybe he'll pass that. Small town's coming up right now, so know how you like passing in small towns there, bud.
Somebody, you know what I mean? It's like, or else what? It's like anarchy, dude.
I think so, but you know, and you know, look, I don't like to see anybody go to jail. Going to jail sucks. I mean, it's just, and really, I don't know.
We got a BMW blazing up behind us.
I don't see how they can get around that fact.
You know, BMW drivers are patient and rule abiding.
What Trump wanted him to do,
and he's driving like a real sporty version of it too. So,
how do you get around that? All right, Robin, prediction time. Don't give me any bullshit. Trump going to jail or not? Yes or no? Robin quivers.
What do you got, girl?
Suspended sentence.
Whoa.
And but he has to toe the straight and narrow. So give him some tough rules.
Oh
so
my
he winds
God.
up going to prison.
Well, Jimmy Kimmel, our dear friend, said he would like to see him to be one of those guys who has to pick up garbage on the side of the road. You know what I mean?
Community service?
Yeah, at least that. Yeah. Well, Trump's no young man. If he goes to jail, you know, he would not do well. But
so 24 minutes. And I'll say that you're a second ahead of me. You're not, but I'll give you a second. 24 minutes in of just terrible, terrible driving, and you're 1 second ahead of me. It seems like he only gets out and kind of looks when there's traffic approaching. It's kind of weird. Multiple opportunities to pass back there and didn't.
like, you know, it's crazy.
Like he doesn't have any control of his house all of a sudden.
Nothing. No, he doesn't get a vote. Says my wife hung that thing. He said, and she supposedly hung it upside down because the neighbor was calling her a cunt. Did you read this?
Yeah.
Yeah. The neighbor was calling Alito's wife a cunt.
Oh,
so
please turn. Yes. Thank you. Now we'll see if we can beat them to Ilderton and Medway Road. by going the speed limit, mind you. Right? By not passing people, by just going the speed limit. 25 minutes in, and his 14-second lead dropped to nothing. 25 minutes, nothing. 25 minutes. Let that sink in. 25 minutes. He tried to pass, did stupid things. He's got a 0-second lead. And we know that going that way, down Wonderland Road, to Ilderton Road, to Medway Road, is not faster. We're just going the speed limit.
Who else do it?
He's gonna be on house arrest, run around. I'm sorry?
See who else's opinion we respect around here. Jason's a big political guy. Jason, jail time or no jail time?
I'm gonna say,
Wow.
unfortunately, no jail time, and it sucks. But I think they're gonna say, you know, oh, he's a first-time offender and all this other kind of crap he was spewing about. So,
Does anybody else? Is there anyone on staff who thinks Trump will get actual jail time? Come forward. Please stand up. Does anyone believe it?
God bless you.
Thank you. Ooh, that was
If he
nasty.
got jail time, Howard, I'd be like Rosie O'Donnell.
He would masturbate on the air. I bet you Rosie's all bummed out by all your predictions. Hold on a second. It's her. I bet it's her. Hold on. Rosie, you bummed out? Everyone's saying no jail time.
Jail! He's going to the clink! He's gonna see Sing Sing, the Hooskow! He's going to jail!
You think he's going to jail? You think he's going to go?
He's got to go. Has to
All
happen.
right.
Yeah.
Everyone
She's
here.
got to keep her hopes.
BMW's back.
I'm an optimist. I've always been
Well,
an
he slowed down
optimist.
quite a bit in the
He's
small
gotta go.
town,
That's it.
but
That's the bottom line.
So you
back now. No front license plate
I'm
on.
saying jail.
No license plate in the front window.
Do you say what?
Maybe they're from out of province. It is possible.
No jail.
I'm gonna say no, but it is possible. I just think it's somebody who didn't want it ruining the look of their car, which actually, to be honest, looks pretty good. So I give props where props are due.
He's the guy who,
I just wrote the checks.
yeah, he's the guy who you hand the gun to and say, listen, I just killed someone, see if you can hide it.
Right.
You know?
Not funny, but
I wish you guys would have done that earlier.
No one here goes to jail.
I don't think we have any room.
Oh, look at this.
I remember
Cyclists riding tandem.
Jail. The problem with New York is everyone should be in jail. If you live in New York, you should be in jail. All right, Jill. Later. There you go.
Yeah, it's an Ontario plate.
You got it.
So, like I've said before in my videos, I might be wrong one of these days, but it's not today and it's not any day that ends in Y. But I was surprised to see the bikes riding tandem because usually they ride side by side, which is illegal. And it is so illegal. Because there's two offenses if they're riding side by side. The first one is they're riding side by side, and second of all is that they're not riding as far right as possible.
How far is that away?
Over the holiday, it's coming soon. Over the holidays, over our 2-week vacation, I wrote a song. I got to record it today so I can play it for you tomorrow.
Karma was
It's called "Please Don't Send Me to Italy."
Karma was what it's supposed
Nobody's
to be.
sending you to Italy.
We're gonna see that. We're gonna see that minivan up here. That minivan's gonna be stuck in the light. Karma's gonna let us go, and we're gonna be at least in the same spot that we were before, maybe a little bit ahead of them. But we'll see. Karma already did a pretty good job. I mean, for 25 minutes of driving to get 0 seconds ahead, saying something. Sometimes karma's a little fickle. that up there? Oh, that's the minivan. Shit. Come on, Karma. So we were actually ahead of the minivan by about 2-3 seconds. There he goes. He's staring staring daggers too. If looks could kill, I would have been dead on arrival. So we were actually probably about 3 seconds ahead, and that was the whole point of what I said there, that Wonderland Road is not faster. And the only thing that got them a little bit there was the fact that the traffic light helped them out, which the traffic light is biased to go north-south, not to go east-west. So that was just pure dumb luck for the pure dumb driver. So, like I said, sometimes karma's a little fickle, but yeah. So now they're probably, well, let's count it out to that sign. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000, 5 1,000, 6 1,000, 7 1,000, 8 1,000, 9 1,000, 10 1,000, 11 1,000, 12 1,000. So they're 12 seconds. That's a real rough way of measuring, but pretty accurate. Pick something that you can see from a distance and count it out. So again, that was on 32 minutes. You gained 12 seconds. And yet, what did I say? If they're going to London, like, what are you going to gain on that? They didn't even gain a minute. You'd have to gain, well, there's nothing to gain for, there's no level of gain for pulling a stupid move like passing in a small town or passing unsafely on a blind hill. There's just not. But, I mean, 5 minutes? Like, you know what I mean? Like, give them something to make it worth the stupid moves that you pulled. But instead, you got absolutely nothing. And the light's changing up here, so now your 12-second lead is going to dissolve to 0 yet again. There is much faster, safer ways of getting into town than coming the way that you just went. Get over just so you can see them. So now your 12-second lead is now officially 0. So congratulations, 34 minutes we're coming up on, and your lead is 0 seconds. Like I said, I might be wrong one of these days, but it sure as shoot isn't going to be today, and it's not going to be any day that ends in a Y. Unbelievable. And he's got to be out in the left lane too, right? He's Speedy Gonzalez. And meanwhile, I was regular Gonzalez, and where are we? We're in the same exact spot. Unbelievable.